three misplaced truckers on the Belt Parkway in Queens, New York on March 16th, 2014. Hey everybody, Joe from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today, I was in the right place at the right time to see not one, not two, but three misplaced truckers. A new personal record in an hour and a half. The way it happened with this first particular trucker, I was sitting on the service road to the Belt Parkway, and traffic coming off the Van Wyck Expressway has the option to get either on the Belt Parkway or the service road. But this big guy incorrectly chose the Belt Parkway. And as you can see, he could not clear the low bridge ahead, so he had to be backed off the entrance ramp that he went down on. If you look at the signpost you see on the right there, you can clearly see where it says passenger cars only. No trucks are allowed on the Belt Parkway at any point. This particular driver was an over-the-road trucker out of Dallas, Texas. And true, he wasn't paying attention. You can clearly see the truck with the slash through it on the right there. But I just really hate to see anybody get a ticket. So I stopped, helped out with another guy, and we were able to back the guy out and get him on his way. I then proceeded up to 130th Street, made a left, and look what I see. Another one at the exact same time heading on the opposite side. But this particular guy slowed down in the middle lane, saw he could get under the bridges as long as he stayed in the middle, and continued at a highway speed of 55 miles an hour the entire way. And I was shocked. I had expected him to get off here where I was sitting. As he went by, I thought he'd just go under the first bridge and then get off at the exit for 150th Street. But he didn't. He continued on 55 miles an hour. So I tried to catch up to him, but what happened is a person in an SUV flashed a badge at this guy and pulled him over. I saw this happening, so I pulled over behind both of them. And it seems the guy worked for DOT. I'm not sure in what capacity, but this guy was really upset. He said to me, this guy's doing 55 miles an hour on the Belt Parkway because he knows he can make it. And the guy was right. So I said to the DOT guy, I said, let's get this guy off to the next exit and get him out of here before he causes any more problems. And this driver was really amped up. He was talking a mile a minute. I could barely keep up with him. But we luckily got him off the highway before he could do any damage. From there, I got on the Van Wyck Expressway. I'm heading to the Grand Central on that ramp, and I get nailed in a big traffic jam. And I said, I bet there's another misplaced truck at the bottom of this ramp where he doesn't belong. And sure as shooting, look what I see. This bad boy in a Penske rental truck. But the difference here is, if you remember, I made a video a couple of months ago about the same thing. This trucker can actually fit under the bridge ahead, but he's under the assumption he can't because New York City mismarks all their clearances by at least 1 foot or more. So I said to the guy, I said, buddy, you cannot sit here. You're causing a huge traffic jam, inconveniencing everybody. I said, plus, they're going to give you a huge ticket if they catch you out here. I said, I want you to proceed, stay in the right lane, and you'll be able to clear the bridge, but then you got to get off the very next exit. I said, don't worry. I give you my word. I've seen this happen before. I said, I'll be behind you with the flasher on. Nothing bad's going to happen. I said, but when you get past that bridge, make sure you get off. Now, as you'll see in the next frame coming up, the trucker continued very slowly. All right, he really was surprised that he could fit through so easily because his truck, I believe, was 12 foot 8 inch clearance, and the sign on the left you can clearly see says 11.7, and that is not true. Look at the amount of space between the truck body and the bridge itself. No problem whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying to make light of the situation. The guy was wrong. He doesn't belong on the Grand Central. He wasn't paying attention and reading signs. But in my opinion, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. He was causing a huge traffic jam, and he had to be let out of the way. And I did what I had to do, and I'm glad I helped him out, and I got traffic moving. A funny codicil to this story. As you can see, he's going to get off the highway. About 5 minutes down the road, I had the traffic report on. I'm listening to the radio, and the traffic reporter says, "I have good news, folks. There is no longer a traffic jam on the ramp from the Van Wyck Expressway to the Grand Central Parkway. They got that misplaced trucker cleared out." And I laughed and I said to myself, they didn't get the misplaced trucker cleared out. Crazy New York driver did. Funny, right? But what I'd like, guys, I'd like some stories from you. Are there any particular highways, especially here in the New York City area, where you notice a lot of misplaced truckers where they don't belong? This ramp from the Van Wyck to the Grand Central is notorious for claiming them. It was always bad, but ever since they started that roadwork project about a year ago, I tell you, it's even worse now. I heard on the radio a few weeks ago that 3 of them, within 1 hour, got hung up there. 3 of them. Unbelievable. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thanks for watching. Comments below if you have any interesting misplaced trucker stories. I'd love to hear them. If you like this kind of video from me, I'll put more up in the future. Thank you for watching. Rock on.